Alrighty, we are live from Columbus, OH, and this is the Ramsey Show After Show. Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. And you're watching this on youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. And for my other financial content, you just keep scrolling down. You scroll down past the Oak Island playlist and you'll see the Ramsey Show After Show playlist. This is episode number 477, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 477. And also answering your financial questions playlist as well. There are 137 of those, and the music playlist has 11 Ramsey adjacent songs in there. Do check those out. You might enjoy them, although be warned, singing is not my regular job. If you can do better versions of those songs, by all means, record yourself singing them, and I will play them. Market report. Oh, what do we got here today? 0.28. Okay, so market down overall today. NASDAQ and Russell Small Cap Index down. And the S&P slightly up 0.034%, and that's not that much. But Dow up 28%. And so S&P did jump up today. As you can see, this is today's that's the 1 day, right? Yeah, okay. All right, came down for a little while and then went up right at the very end, as my friend Mary from the theater would always say to people, when she was pointing out which auditorium for them to go to see the movie. She would say the one at the very end. You know, not just the end, but the very end. It's a slight difference between that. Oh, let's see. Let's check on the rest of the planet. Why don't we? We're on the same planet as they are. Let's check in on them. Everything up in Europe, mostly down in Asia. Currencies, euro over the US dollar up over the yen, Japanese yen. The British pound, love, having a go at the US dollar. The Canadian dollar is down to the US dollar. Sorry, I'm sure they'd say sorry to us about that. And the Australian dollar, mate, is higher than the US dollar. They think US dollar. If we asked them what they thought about it, they would say nar to that. Let's check the futures, and about the same. S&P futures a little bit up. Dow up 0.27%. And NASDAQ down again. So we'll see what is up in the morning. And see how it shakes out tomorrow. We'll check on the market tomorrow. Let's see. We have, what is today? Oh, today is, Supermicro. Oh, they don't report until, it is after 5 p.m. Eastern time. So let's see what Supermicro did. That is one of your NASDAQ stocks, and it was down 9.47 today. I guess people thought it was bad news, but in the after hours, up 7.77%. So did they have a good report or not? Let's see. NVIDIA partner, Supermicro cuts fiscal 2025 estimates, but sees big growth next, year? I'm not going to click on it to see what that is. Let's see. Stock Seesaws, a server maker, says it will meet filing deadline. All right. Did they not? Yeah, it is based in China. Profit slumps 38.4, misses estimates despite revenue. All right. Cuts financial year guidance. I think that's what FY means. after preliminary quarter 2 results miss. All right. I don't know why they would say we're not in quarter 2 yet. Unless they have a different maybe they have a different financial year than we do. Pulls back with earnings on deck. But all right. So yeah, I don't have the full picture because I don't know how that works as far as if they're on a different financial year than we are in Japan. That may have something to do with it. So we don't need that anymore. And tomorrow, AppLovin, never heard of it. I've heard of McLovin from Superbad. Heard of I'm Loving It from McDonald's. Don't know what that is, but again, Coinbase on Thursday. Most followed single stocks on the Google. Some of them were up. Apple up 2.18. And Meta up 0.33%. Tesla down big, 6.34. But big swings up or down is normal for the Tesla. See what kind of news we have today. Marshall can't stay. She's fading. Hopefully not like Marty McFly and Back to the Future. Hopefully that means just tired. What up, Di? I understand, guys. So thank you for dropping by and saying hello. For sure. That's from Newsweek. Elon Musk issues major Social Security warning. And I didn't even read this yet. Let's see what it is. So that there's widespread fraud taking place in the payment of federal entitlements like Social Security. Really? That's not a shocker. I would expect that. Of course, people are taking advantage. Of course they are. For sure. Probably not anything exciting. Oh, he did a tweet. He did a bloody tweet. It's on X now. It's called X now, kids. At this point, I'm 100% certain that the magnitude of the fraud in federal entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare, disability, etc., exceeds the combined sum of every private scam you've ever heard by far. It's not even close. Okay, I don't know about that, but it's definitely, I mean, $1 of fraud of the tax money is too much. So it certainly is, and there is way more than that. For sure there is. For sure there is. And so the idea of the Department of Government Efficiency is a good idea. So you get rid of dumb spending and fraud. You get down to it and stop it. No clue on how diligent they will be and / how successful they will be as well. But at least they're trying. The chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, said that he was they're not going to be in a rush to lower interest rates. And so I thought I'd check up on it. They want it to be 2% a year. And I would say with the 7 there in 2021 and the 6.5 here at 2022, I would say it would be fine being under 2 for a while, like it was in 2020, being only 1.4%. So the problem I have with the Fed is they theoretically want it to be around 2%. So, but they don't want to be proactive on it. So they don't want to err on the side of lowering it too much, so they don't lower it as much as I think they should. Lower it, and if it gets down too low, then you can bring it back up again or stop lowering it at that point. So anyway, we'll see. And of course, these probably get revised as well, just like the job numbers do. It's like, why rush to report it if you just have to revise it big time? Our pal AJ, Newsweek, reports again just a coincidence. Texas has a debt problem. I would imagine almost every state does. There might be a couple that have no debt at all, but that's just the way that government works, and that is often what happens when you start handing out free money to people. And some of it's fraud, yes. Texas population has been booming over the past few years, with the state adding hundreds of thousands of new residents attracted by its growing job market and relatively affordable housing. Yet 3 of the Lone Star State's biggest cities, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, were the most debt-ridden in the country, according to that word is recent study by online marketplace Lending Tree. I've heard of them. An analysis of the anonymized credit reports of about 210,000 Lending Tree users. Well, that's a limited segment, but all right. Found that Austin had the highest non-mortgage debt in the nation. Oh, this is people. This is not the government. My bad. Okay. All right. I thought this was about the Texas government being in debt, but no, it's the citizens of it. Okay. That's a whole different thing. And yes, people are gonna borrow money for sure. And most often they will be borrowing more than they should, and banks and credit card companies, etc., will always loan you more money than they should as well. All right, let's get into questions. And I didn't get my drink. Might be able to make it. Just going an hour today. Let's see what the people have to say about the news. News report. As I said, apparently there are 6.5 million 112-year-olds still collecting Social Security. Maybe they should just do a wellness check on those people. Approved. I would approve the funding for them to go do a wellness check on those people. Oh, what? Oh, 6 million of them were not there anymore because they are no longer living, I would bet. I mean, we'll check every 5 years, starting at age 95. Yeah, or even 75. I mean, that would be something that would be good to do, instead of other ways that they're spending taxpayers' money. That says, hope they do well checked and find out how many are alive or not and return our money. Yeah. Oh, well, we're not getting it back. We're not getting it back, but they will take it back and spend it on something else. Yep. And if you don't know how that works, it's tiny URL altogether.com. So, and you can put a link. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, Sid. Because as a moderator, she can actually put a link in the chat for her registry. 75 being right at the life expectancy makes it seem low to me. Alrighty. And we love Sid for her extra insight and opinions, for sure. Zealous, we're on reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and user Zealous Ideal Dream 193, back to work full-time or focus on side hustle. Unfortunately I don't have anyone I can talk to about this, so I'm hoping to get some opinions on here. That's what the internet's for, on what I should do. I used to work a full-time job but decided to start a side hustle because I felt the full-time income wasn't great. He felt like, for him or her, don't know, that the full-time income wasn't great. So yeah, definitely it's fine to start a side hustle. You also got to be realistic about it, and if it doesn't make that much money, then I guess you got to go back and work for the man, right? I didn't like my position and the idea of selling my time to someone else was driving me nuts. Tough crap. You know, you got to do stuff sometimes. To, you know, it doesn't, because you feel that way, because it's driving you nuts, is not going to change the paradigm. If it's a side hustle that is not going to equal what you make full time, then you have to be able to live on the side hustle money. And if you can't do that, then you gotta work full time. So let's see, about 8 months ago, I decided it was time to start my side hustle to make extra income, and that's great. To do that, that can help your progress on baby steps go faster, for sure. I went part-time at my main job 3 days a week. Beep, beep, boo doo. See, that is the problem. And dedicated 2 days and most Saturdays to my own business. I've managed to get a few customers, but it's not enough to go full-time yet. So you got 2 part-time jobs, which probably doesn't make more than the 1 full-time job. A couple of days ago, my boss offered me a position to return to full-time work, but I said, "Nar." I bet. Let's see. But I declined because I wouldn't have time to run my side hustle that isn't making enough money. I added that part. And I've already invested around $30K into my business, and that is dumb as crap depending on what baby step you're on. If you're on baby steps 1, 2, or 3, you shouldn't be doing that dumb crap. If you're on step 4, fine. If it's not debt, that's fine, but that money's gone. You have to understand that most businesses fail. That's how it works. However, my wife, so probably a man, recently found out she's pregnant, and the idea of having a part-time job and side hustle that isn't generating much income is starting to weigh on me. Well, it should. Hey, call up your boss. That was only a couple days ago. Why don't you undecline? See if it's too late to undecline. I'm worried about the cost of having a baby. Yeah, good idea. Should also have worried about that before putting $30,000 in a business that wasn't guaranteed to work. So I need help deciding, should I go back to my full-time job? Yes. Or should I keep things as they are and focus on growing my side hustle? Any advice is welcome. Thank you. I don't know why you would want advice from other people that are not going to give you money if you run short by doing your side hustle and making that a priority. That would be a nar. You go back to work full-time and you still do the side hustle if it's making you any money at all. How about that? That's what I call a compromise. Probably not the compromise that you were looking for, not the droids you're looking for, but that's a compromise. How about that? Yes, you make the side hustle the thing. But, you know, people don't want to do that. They want to, I'm going to go into business for myself, and then I don't have to work for the man. And that's great. Some people do that, and it does work out. But for you, no. And for me, no. So, at least for now. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest. Full-time work, and you still do work on the side hustle, because maybe it will eventually become viable for you to turn into a full-time job. Or if it's making you as much as you would by working any other full-time job, you know, say at minimum wage or whatever you could get for that, working extra to further yourself along on the baby steps. You know, and if I was advising this person, I would want to know, where did $30K come from? Because we got to find out from past mistakes how that is going. And of course, very, very important to know what baby step you're on. You can't put money into a business if you are not in step 4. If you have debt still and you don't have a full emergency fund, you don't start a business or buy a truck or any other dumb crap. Alrighty. And just got the dumb crap mentioned out of the way early today. Check the chat. Some SMR for you guys. The chat. Probably not a good kind. A smaller subset of people that do that we do checks on. I see. Sit again, waiting. Di says, did you know we got a well check at our front door because we didn't go out for a week and our vans didn't move? All these 112-year-olds have not had well checks. I am less than half their age. Who checked on you? The city or something, Di? What up, Misty Bikini? Thanks for dropping by. Been a while. Been a minute, as the kids say. Alan Aslan needed to bring in wood for the fire. Yeah, stay warm, Aslan. For sure. Alrighty, so Ding Dole. When you tell people you're on baby step 2, forgot the apostrophe. Don't think I'm not gonna miss that stuff. On baby step 2, and they look at you like you're speaking another language, and forgot it again on the other one. Yeah, everybody doesn't know what the Ramsey baby steps are. So, and even if they do understand it, they still they know what it means that you're paying off debt. And they don't know what that's like, because why would you do that? Because you're always going to have debt. And so debt is just the American way, like some dumb troll was putting in the chat today. Telling my friends I'm on baby step 2 feels like I just confessed. I'm training to be a professional squirrel juggler. Jugular is something different. Professional squirrel juggler, and they probably make a lot of money though. Probably fun for the kids as well. They stare at me like I'm some kind of financial wizard or a lunatic. Yeah. When you start doing the baby steps, when you start doing the Ramsey advice, you have to embrace the fact that you are no longer normal. We are the weird ones doing the Ramsey advice. We're the weird ones. For sure we are. Because most people will not do the Ramsey advice because they don't want to sacrifice, or they think they're smarter and can do better by doing debt leverage, that kind of thing. And so, yeah, we are the weird ones for sure. Can't we just agree that cutting up credit cards is a form of self-care? We can. The people that are actually doing the steps and agree with the advice, we can agree on that for sure. But hashtag debt-free journey, hashtag Dave Ramsey, fabulous. Just like Abbreves, hashtags are always approved. But yeah, normal people just don't understand. You just gotta love them anyway. Like if they're, especially if they're your friends, that kind of thing, you just love them anyway. And just accept the fact that they don't get it, and only we get it. Maybe they'll get it one day. But unfortunately, most people don't just find out about Dave and are perfectly fine with money. There's no problem. They're not having any problems with money. They have little or no debt. And they find out about Dave and they think, oh, this is great advice. No, most people are in dire straits. That's an ad. I almost started reading it. But yeah, most people are in big trouble, money trouble, and that's what they Google. They Google debt freedom or pay off debt or something like that, and our boy comes up, right? I wonder if Dave has been referred to as our boy by anybody other than his parents ever. I don't know. He has been now, I guess. But yeah, most people are in trouble when they come across the Ramsey advice. Un momento. So sorry about that. I had to sneeze. I don't have a dump button. Well, I guess that was a dump button, kind of. Major sneeze. It was crazy too. Um, Fin Economist 8556, debt in collections. Debt and collections. Question. I'm about to clean up and pay off $20,000 credit card debt that has already been sent to collections. Unfortunately, due to my husband's irresponsibility, men's, am I right? How will this affect my credit score even after I've paid everything off? If it's sent to collections and it has your name on it, it is going to affect your credit score negatively. It's been in collection now for 2 years. I would say if you didn't check on it yourself and it has your name on it, I would say that's your responsibility. Definitely, probably husband is no gift, but that's your responsibility if your name is on it. And especially if you care about your credit score, which we don't give a crap about it. You do not need it in the United States of America to do anything. Tiers. All right. Asterisks. Tiers. Not a hashtag, so that's not approved. Also, I'm trying to apply for a student loan, and that's a NAR as well. No student loans. What are you doing on the Ramsey subreddit? Why? Why would you do that? So that's a NAR for a master's degree. No, you pay in cash for that or you don't do it. Will this paid off debt affect my being able to secure a student loan? Might. Don't know. Can anyone speak into this? Not really, because we don't give a crap about what you're trying to do. You're doing it wrong. What's the benefit of immediately paying off debt in collections? That you don't owe it anymore. And you should pay off debt that is not in collections as well, if it may stain credit history for 7 years regardless. Well, why wouldn't you pay it off? Oh, you want to use the money for your master's? So, I mean, basically the answer to this is the Ramsey advice, what I said to do. Actually, I didn't say to do. Basically to pay off your debt, even debt in collections, but you would pay off current debt first. And then when you get to the end of that list of current debt, then you can go with the collections and then you can try to settle them with them for less, if they will. And you get those paid off as well because you took out the money. But most people won't do that. Again, most people won't follow the advice. And so you get to do whatever it is you want to do. And I fully support it. You doing that is just not the right thing to do. Update, paid off student loans, and should have the car done before year's end. Excellent. Had a previous post here, I guess. Don't need to see it. It probably said, I got student loans, and I have a car as well. If you got to pay for a car for a whole year, you could, my advice to him earlier probably would have been to maybe sell it. Now, you don't have to all the time. Sometimes you definitely should. And most times it will make the baby steps go faster for you. But if there's not much owed on the car and you can be done soon, then it's fine to keep a car. But most of the time, you should probably sell it. Because you shouldn't have taken out the loan in the first place. And part of I would consider it part of baby step 2 is where you undo the dumb stuff that would not have been advised by Mr. Ramsey in the first place. So, and that's the first time I thought about that. Yay! Something else for baby step 0. And that would be selling a car that you should not have gotten a loan on in the first place. Now, granted, you can't give back the college that you used a student loan for, but that's when you just got to pay it off. Illustrious Move 3196 looking for vehicle advice. Well, you have your mechanic look at it. Either way, let's see. 24 man just graduated with master's degree, 15K debt and student loans. Current vehicle is junk and won't be able to take on my 8-hour move. Why wouldn't you tow it then? You can tow it. Only have 2 grand in savings. Thinking about leasing a brand new truck. That would be a NAR. Are you familiar with Mr. Ramsey? He's the no debt guy, and leasing is debt. Got a decent deal from the dealership, and I don't have money to put into buying an older vehicle right now. Yes, you do. You got $2,000. I mean, that might be your moving money, but then you're trying to do too much all at the same time. So you might not be able to move right this second, sir. We'll be paying 560 a month after putting 1K down. Oh, you already did it. Okay. Well, we'll have to drive less than 10K miles a year for the duration of the 36-month lease. Yeah, that's dumb as crap. That's why you don't lease. Should have no problem since I will have a work truck. Then why do you need that vehicle at all then? That is so dumb. Also, car market is rough where I'm currently living. Looking for any advice. Thanks, guys. Oh, we'll be paying $560 a month if you take that. Yeah, you don't do that. If you don't need the vehicle, you probably have to rent like a U-Haul or something to move across the country. So that is covered. And then you go to your work and you get your work truck and you can rent a car until you get that work truck. And then deal with it there at where a car market might not be as rough where you're moving to. So, all right, sorry I misunderstood. When you said we'll be paying, I thought you had already taken it out. But no, do not do that. Again, Mr. Ramsey is the pay cash for stuff guy. You may not know that. So if you don't know that, Bell Biv DeVoe, now you know. And I forgot to switch the screen back to the chat. Where are we? Where are we? Are we? Amazon registry as well. Good job, Sid. Fiance also has a house, okay? Help me, I'm lost. Alrighty, I will attempt to do so. And a lot of short ones today. Cool. Fiance also has a house. Great. Decide which one you're going to live in and sell the other one. I'm a relatively new listener. Welcome. And have been, so we understand if you don't understand things. I'm a relatively new listener and have been trying to find an episode where somebody asked this question. Well, I mean, you can YouTube search it or Google search it or search it on the Ramsey Solutions website because there are a bunch of like blog articles about different questions. But let's see, both my fiance and I, it should be, have a mortgage. We both also have renters. What? I plan to move into her house and keep the house rented out. I can fairly easily find renters in my area that will pay my mortgage and utilities. Would Dave recommend selling my house and paying off her house? Yes. You have a paid off house before you do any landlording. Yes. So this one's easy. First, buying another house with cash or a property that is being rented. Yes. Yep. Easy. That was an easy one. Cool. And he figured it out. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't a trick, and he understood it correctly. So that's good. Jackal Toast. Mid-20s, living at home, and that doesn't mean at home because guess what? I'm at home right now, and I do not live with my parents. Which that would be like, that would be very sitcom-y probably. Actually, there is one. Well, Oh, I forget the actress's name. Oh, Kat Dennings is on. Is with Buzz Lightyear. Tim Allen on his Tim Allen's new show. And Tim lately has been playing basically the same guy in whatever show he's in, and that's fine. People love it. But yeah, but she's like 35, like mid 30s or something, I think, like that. So, and I'm quite older than that. Unfortunate, right? Background, but I'm still cool. Background, super cool, in fact. Background, 25 man, not in a relationship, living at home. That means with parents. Living with mommy and daddy. I moved out of my city for 2.5 years, but hey, we've all done that for dumb reasons, haven't we? Up top. For 2.5 years, but moved back in August to be closer to family. We've all done that too. I now live at home with my two retired parents to save money. I don't live at home for free though. I cover all the bills, electric, gas, water, phone, cable, etc. so they can live off their Social Security. The bills amount to $600 per month, so it's less than renting. I'm debt free and have a good job on baby steps 4, 5, 6. I work full time in the office, so I'm only home during the night time. My goal initially was to live at home, meaning with parents, for 5 years, saving up for 50% down payment for a house, and then move out. But after watching a clip from George Kimmel, it's George Camel, no I, there's an A, and only one M, George Camel, saying he would rather not do that dumb crap probably, but let's see. But he would rather save less and move out. I've been rethinking this. Yes, because Mr. Ramsey likes adults to live on their own. Should I change my plans and move out within the next year instead? Yes. What are your thoughts? George Kimmel, George Camel is not going to steer you wrong. In almost any case, he would not be doing that. He's pretty fair. He's fairly trustworthy. So I would take that advice. And so if you would live with your parents for 5 years, I'll tell you exactly what George would say to that.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, and so that would be doing it wrong. So, yep, get out and be on your own. Because you have to let them be on their own. If their house is paid off, and they should be able to, if they can't afford to pay for all the stuff that you're paying for on just their Social Security, then they have to address that as well. Maybe they might have to move down in house or something like that. So you are not under obligation to float your parents in their retirement. Worm dirt. All right, we're debt free. I finally get to say I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Just moments ago, I paid our last debt. Our consumer debt was paid off last week, but we still had a loan from a retirement account to pay back. Our tax refund was enough to cover it. Change your tax withholding. And the best part is that we're only moving it from one pocket to another. Not someone else's pocket. Yeah, indeed. I'm on cloud 9 right now. Folks, this is so awesome. So much work and effort went into this, and it has paid off. I still remember when my wife and I went to the Financial Peace University classes several years ago. It seemed insurmountable at that time, but the day has finally come now to boost our emergency fund. That is the correct way. This is the way. We'll hit that same intensity as we did with our debt. Step 5 is done. Did it the wrong. Oh, daughter grown and married with a good career. Okay, great. So maybe they helped when they shouldn't have. Maybe they paid for college when they shouldn't have. But that's over. It's over now. Must have been good, but I lost it somehow. Roxette. Must have been love. Step 6 is done, right? We sold our home that we were overextended on. Good idea to sell it. We bought some land for cash, bought an old camper for $3K, and lived in that for 2 years while we worked on the property, and eventually put a house on it with cash as well. Fabulous. We're going to celebrate tonight with pizza and wings. Fabulous. You mean you're not going to go on a $1,000 vacation? I mean, for this, you could go on a $1,000 vacation if you wanted. Somebody asked about that in the Ramsey Show chat today. After paying off half their debt, that took them already 2.5 years. So, it being a 5-year plan, if there were cars involved, they should have sold those. And like anything else to make that happen faster. And that could also be a budget issue where they're fine with it taking forever. But that is not the advice. So and it may mean selling the house and moving to a different area, even maybe the outskirts of town instead of where they are living. But who knows? Don't know what their deal was, but they were to have been on step 2 for 2.5 years and only paid half down. So, let's see. Checking the chat. Di says George is awesome. He does his research and homework and knows daily ways of advising people most always. Sid agrees, thinks George and Jade are one of the better combinations. He has the knowledge, she has the passion. She brings the sass, is what she does, Sid. George and Jade have gotten out of debt and really live really well now by following Dave's baby steps. They can teach from experience through it all. Indeed. In Steward 2021. Trying to snowball, but also think I should downgrade my car. Yeah, probably. Let's see. If somebody thinks enough about it to ask about it, it's almost always a yes. We shall see. Baby step 2, flare. Currently working on baby step 2, paying off a credit card, a personal loan, and my car payment. I have about $800 left on my credit card. I have a motorcycle that I'm going to sell to put towards the personal loan. That is approved. That is the correct thing to do. I'm debating if I should sell my car that I'm upside down, about $4K. I owe $18K and it's worth about $14 to $15. Yeah, the answer is yes. And take out a loan for the difference and buy a sub $5,000 car. Yeah, as sub under $5,000 as you can get it. So, yes. Because that would be, worst case scenario, 14, so you have 4K. How about a 2 or 3K car? And yeah, and then that gives you what is that, a 6K loan instead of a 18K loan to pay off, and you still get to drive something. So do that, or just keep paying and following the debt snowball. The payment isn't super uncomfortable. It doesn't say what it is either, but still, I mean, all of it helps. And again, it's about baby step 0, undoing dumb stuff you shouldn't have done, and maybe bought it used as possible, but 2021 Honda Civic, you know, and so a 2021 Honda Civic, if you've been doing that, say you bought it brand new in 2020, so that's that, my friend. That's been 4 years, babe, that you've been paying on that, and you still owe 18 on it. So yeah, if you can make this easier slash faster, yes, that would be to sell the vehicle. Yes. And Mr. Ramsey is fine with you taking out a smaller loan that will replace a larger loan, because that takes your overall debt lower. So he is fine with that. He's down with it, as the kids say. I'm asking not to justify a decision, but because I'm actually not sure what to do in this situation and want a Dave-like perspective. You got it. Anything you want, you got it. Not gonna do the baby. That's an ad. Okay, edition 5394. Does anyone have advice for UK-based people on the baby steps? Most of it's going to be exactly the same. You have different tax laws. You have different retirement account names. But the main tenets are still they work for everybody. And so if you're on baby step 5, the only exception, right, my wife's student loan. However, in the UK, you pay a percentage based on your income. And if you don't work, you don't pay, but you still owe it. So the answer would be to pay, the Ramsey answer would be to pay that off regardless. Plus, after 25 years, the debt is wiped and is not inheritable. Is there a point in paying this off? Yes, because you took it out. Now, in the UK, I'm sure people feel differently about it because they take them out knowing that they can just run out the clock on it. You know, like, oh, I can go to college. I can take out this loan for college, and then after college, I can not work at all, and then I don't have to pay for it, and then after 25 years, it's gone. So I'll just marry somebody that makes enough money to pay for both of us, and then I don't have to do that. And so, you know, somebody that lives in the UK might feel differently, but I think if you take out a loan, the definition of loan is that you pay it back. Also, does Ramsey have any opinions on UK-based investing? Is the likes of a stock and shares ISA the best way? ISA would be the thing, but you don't do stocks. You don't do individual stocks. You would do mutual funds. Same as here. Note, I haven't started investing and based on the baby steps, paying the mortgage off first is the way to go. That's false. I don't know what baby steps you're looking at, but that's false. You actually do them at the same time. 4, 5, and 6 are at the same time. So this person is nutty, or just like looked at it, glanced at it, and read it wrong, and is under the wrong impression. But that's so weird how people do that. But I guess it could happen. But is it worth paying the amount you can on the mortgage without a fee, 10% a year, and then invest the rest? Is it worth paying the amount you can on the mortgage without a fee, 10% a year? What's that fee for? Paying extra? I don't know exactly what that means. So maybe I don't have advice for UK-based people because I don't know exactly what's going on here. But no, you would invest 15% of gross while also paying off the mortgage earlier. And if there's a fee, that sucks, but the baby steps still say to pay it off early. It doesn't say, and of course it's not written for UK-based people, so I don't know what Dave's opinion on that would be. But I would think it would be pay it off anyway, despite the fee, and stop having things where it incentivizes people to not pay off debt. How about that, UK? That's what I would suggest. I would suggest that, love. don't put in laws that make it easier for people to not pay off debt or to string out debt forever. Let's do a penalty for paying off mortgage early. Let's do that. Accents are fine. Oh, 4. Oh, let's see. What? Di wants to know, how are they on step 5 and have student loan debt? That is true. Yeah, they're really in bed too if they have that debt. Yeah, I didn't even think about that because of the other thing. Yeah, so you're right. You're right, Di. Good catch. Good catch. Well, they're reading it all wrong, apparently. Or they think they need to do them all at the same time, and in their head, they just prioritized paying off the mortgage early, even though that's step 6. So they're just nutty. Or maybe they think, oh, because it's a student loan and we just have to run out the clock 25 years and then it'll be forgiven, that doesn't count. So we're not on baby step 2 anymore. And of course they are wrong. Robert Crumb says they are justifying not paying the debt in their mind. They're on baby step 5. Yeah, that's what I just said without seeing that comment. So great minds, Robert. One ad 5640. Oh, did I do that one already? Oh, no. Been pondering this for quite some time. Sorry, been pondering this for quite some time. Would like some advice. Currently 14.5K in debt at 14%. We don't need to know the percent. I am not contributing to my employer's 401k at the moment because I'm trying to pay off the rest of this debt. Well, that is fabulous if you came up with that on your own, because that's exactly the Ramsey advice. Good for you. Should I be contributing to get the max? No. So you asking about it is bad for you. So you're back to, you started at 0 with me, and then you went up 1 by figuring out, oh, I need to not be investing while I'm paying off debt. But then when you asked the question and second guessed yourself on that, you went back to 0 with me. Or put all the money towards the debt to pay it off faster. You put all the money towards debt to pay it off faster. Yes. Appreciate any feedback. Been stumped by this for months. I don't think it's that hard to understand, because, and that's just me. And I talk about this a lot because if I didn't know better, and granted, I would be doing it wrong too, but I would be doing it the less wrong way, I guess, or the less damaging way, the least damaging way. But I would think you do baby step 1 and you don't think about the higher baby steps until that one's done. And then you do check, and then you do step 2, and then you do check, and then you do baby step 3, and then you do check. And you know, I would think that that would be the case for all of them. You would do them all in order. But then baby step 4, investing 15% of your gross income for retirement. Now that goes on forever. So you can't be done with that one, really. So you would do the 15%. So that might occur to me that, oh, that's something you keep doing, so I can't ever be done with that. You know, obviously you might not still contribute in retirement if you need the money to live on, any incoming money like Social Security or anything else you get. And also your kids would be growing up by that time. So why would you do step 5 during that time? So I might logically look at it that way and figure it out. But yeah, steps 1, 2, and 3 are, just as I said, check, then go to the next one, then check, and then go to the next one. Step 1, 2, and 3, one at a time without thinking about higher steps. And then steps 4, 5, and 6, you do all together at the same time in that priority order. So the money that you were using as your debt snowball to pay off debt and to fill up your full emergency fund, the first 15% of that, once you get to step 4, does go to investing, and then you can start addressing kid college in any amount you see fit. You can, the younger they are, the least amount per month you can put in there. And then anything left over after that out of your extra money would go to the mortgage to pay that off sooner. Pay it off early. Where were we? I put all the money towards that to faster. Appreciate any feedback. I've been stumped on this for months already. Reddit, yeah. So I just don't know how people are looking at the baby steps and interpreting them in crazy ways like they are. Like the ones that think, oh, I'm supposed to do all this at the same time. Well, that would be pretty dumb to have baby step 1 be the starter emergency fund and then baby step 3 be the full emergency fund. That would be pretty dumb if you were supposed to do all of them at the same time, because you would just need one of that and then it would be the 6 baby steps. Public ad 3013 card debt. Should we stop saving? Yes. Again, whoops, didn't have to go to those yet. I still have those Facebook questions. Maybe I'll do a if the Reddit questions keep coming in enough, maybe I'll do a stream this weekend. It would be at the same time. I'll actually be at Ramsey time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll start doing Facebook questions on the weekend, one of the weekend days. Where were we? Okay, so like the baby steps, how to do the baby steps right song says, you do not save $1,000 for your starter emergency fund. You do that, but you don't, after you do save that, then you don't apply that to debt. You also do not add more to that sum, just as the song says. What is it? Step 1, 1K emergency fund. You don't save more to add to that sum. You don't use that to pay off debt. And don't even think about higher steps. Yeah, that's why I say that all the time now, because I remembered it because it rhymed when I put it in the song. And so that is one of those songs in that music playlist. So you're doing it wrong. Should we stop saving and pay it off? Yes. There's no saving other than the $1,000 emergency fund. Or if you have to do a sinking fund, like you need new tires is my go-to example on that, you can start a savings. It can be in your regular savings account, but you can put money dedicated towards that. You can save that extra while you're paying off debt, because you got to buy those anyway. Anything that can be put off until after your debt is gone, put it off until after your debt is gone. Hey everyone, hi guys. Looking for some financial advice, especially from a Dave Ramsey perspective. You are in luck. 2 specific questions today said, especially from or wanting a Dave Ramsey opinion / perspective. So great. 27 man and my fiance is 26 woman. I work as an advisor at a dealership making around $65,000 per year. And she's a realtor, not a realtor. And are you with me? Do you think they shouldn't be allowed to do that job if they pronounce the job title wrong? If they say realtor? See, because if you look at it, R-E-A-L-T-O-R, there's no A after the L. So where's the realtor? People just get confused for some reason with that word. Who made about 40K last year? Income fluctuates. That's the real estate game for you. Our financial picture. Car debt about $80,000. Total across 4 vehicles. Hey. Okay, first of all, fiance, get married already. Who are the 4 vehicles for? So at most a vehicle apiece. So if there's kids involved, that's a nar why you have other debt. They can work. You can take them there. About 80K total across 4 vehicles. Yeah, you're sell 2 of them. My goodness gracious me, why? Why? And the insurance on all of them as well. 3 out of 4 plus 3/4 of these. How about just say 3 of them? 3 of them were bought to start a Turo business, but we're barely breaking even. You sell all 3 then, mister. Sell the 3 newest cars. You're doing it wrong. Turo brings in about $2K to $3K per month, and some of that goes straight to car payments. I guess that's fine, but that's a no. You don't buy vehicles to do that. Different vehicles to do that. You do not do that. That's a no. Savings 15K. Yeah, there's no 15K savings. $1,000 emergency fund. Sinking funds if you need them for something specific. That's a no. Investments is a no. There's no 38K in crypto. You're doing it so wrong. Everything you're doing here is bad. 12K in stocks. Mr. Ramsey does not advise either crypto or single stocks, but if it was in a non-retirement account, he would even have you sell the mutual funds you have as well. You cash those out and pay off your dumb, stupid debt. So freaking dumb. And that would help you much more than bringing in 2-3K per month and trying to pay all this debt. That is so freaking dumb. No debt leverage. 12K in my 401K. That you would not check. You don't tap retirement at all, nor home equity. No HELOCs. Credit cards. We have a couple of zero interest credit cards and promos we're paying off. Of course you do, because you think, oh, I'm getting over on the banks. We use credit cards for monthly expenses, but pay them off every month. Not advised by Mr. Ramsey. Living situation, we live with my parents in a home. At least he said it correctly this time, instead of saying we live at home. In a home we helped them buy in 2020. All right. I mean, there's still going to be more. I'm sure there's more, but we'll go ahead and bring in Janosch from Ghostbusters 2.
If everything you're doing is bad, I want you to know this.
Crazy. And why not? The original.
You're doing it wrong.
Okay. That's from Mr. Mom. Crazy. Let's see what else they're doing wrong. So everything bad. You got to start from the beginning and do it all differently. Arrange it differently. So yeah, you don't buy with money. I mean, you don't buy a house with your parents and live in it with them. No. Expenses are total living expenses and bills, including rent, phone bill, debt payments, etc. About $4,000 per month. Does not include the car payments. You got to include them. Right now, while you still have them, but sell 3 of them and use 1. Then, so apparently you didn't need a vehicle apiece until you decided to be a Turo business. I mean, 2-3K is great for a side hustle, but yet side hustle should not cost you 3 car loan payments a month either. So that's dumb as crap. The big question: Am I dumb as crap? The answer is yes. And so we don't know. Did it say how much they make? 65 a year. And she makes 40, so that's 105 a year. So that is, what's that? 8,000. So after taxes, maybe what, 6,000. They might be investing still as well, so that might be 6,000 a month. And then plus the Turo, so 8,000 a month. The Turo business, 8,000 a month. Where's it going? Into dumb crap like savings, and savings not inherently dumb, but it is if you are on baby step 2. An investment, the 30K in crypto and 12K in single stocks. No, that's a no. That's dumb as crap. So where's the rest of the money going? Probably buying dumb as crap things, dumb as crap lifestyle creep, perhaps, as well. Would you stop saving? Yes. And focus on aggressively paying off the car debt? Sorta, but no. I would sell, I mean, at least sell two of the cars. And, you know, I mean, maybe you can justify one if both need a vehicle. Because you know, you probably need to drive to your work and she has to drive to houses to sell them. So probably need at least two vehicles. So sell the two most expensive vehicles, the two highest loans, and start from there. And then you aggressively pay off the remaining two. You do not add to savings while making payments. That is dumb as crap. So many people do it though. And again, normal. That's probably more normal than not having debt. It's having debt and also having savings. Let's see. We're feeling the weight of this debt. Oh, really? Hey, imagine that. And want to make the best financial move. Should we sell some cars? Yes. And cut losses? Yes. Or try to push through and grow the Turo business? Would love any advice. You don't have any indication that it's going to be growing. Also, you do not grow businesses. You do not start businesses. You do not build businesses upon debt. So that's a no for that as well. So, I mean, like I said, you can keep keep two cars. So that's one of the ones you bought for the Turo business, and that gives each of you, though, a car. And then you sell the two most expensive ones, and then you still are not doing any of this other dumb saving when you have debt. And you have cashed out the crypto also to pay off your debt and the $12K in stocks to put towards the remaining two car payments. If you can get along without one, sell all three then. So, and a locked post, so it got contentious. It must have been some stuff happening there. Follow the steps, of course. I mean, that is always the answer, is to follow the steps, really. And also understand them correctly. Why do two people need 4 cars? Yep. It says they were for a business. How many people working in the business? How many people doing Turo? Are 4 different people doing it? Why would you need? I don't get that either. So, but regardless, even if it's a good reason for having 4 different vehicles, the answer would not be going into debt for them. So, but yeah, it apparently got wicked in there, and so they had to kind of just lock it for further comments. Alrighty. Only meant to do an hour. Did an hour and 10. You're welcome. I'm giving like that. YouTube.com. It's youtube.com/coachstevemoney. And for my financial content, you just scroll down past the Oak Island. New episode tonight, by the way. My recap of the new episode will be up later tonight. Probably 11 p.m. midnight, something like that, probably. You can watch it in the morning. The Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, and the Answering Your Financial Questions playlists are there. Also the music playlist where it has that How to Do the Baby Steps Right song that I graced you with a little bit. I will not sue myself for copyright for using it in this live stream. Alrighty, fun show. Let me do one more check on the chat. A blown tire or run to the CVS Minute Clinic or something. What up, Margs? Good to see you. It is 20 weeks. Much congratulations to her. She's the best, in case you missed it on the Ramsey Show chat today. Are they using the cars as a tax write-off? They may be, but that's still a no, Robert Crumb. That doesn't change anything about the advice. Where was I doing? Oh, I was gonna give plugs. It's plug time. Alrighty. Once again, I'm Coach Steve Money, not just some guy telling people they're doing it wrong. No, I'm actually a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And if you, yes, you, have money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation with me at calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney. And you can email me, coachstevemoney@gmail.com, about any financial stuff or anything on my YouTube channel or anything else on your mind. Be glad to hear from you. Donations can go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney, CashApp $CoachSteveMoney, or Walmart gift card to, again, coachstevmoney@gmail.com. Upcoming streams include, or only so far. Well, no, I might do some more football ones. Upcoming streams, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, Monday through Friday, 5:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is when the YouTube portion of the Ramsey Show ends. Before it goes exclusive, the rest goes exclusively to their Ramsey Network app. So yeah, 5:25 Monday through Friday until further notice. And because I will eventually be getting a job again working for the man instead of trying to live on side hustles. See, I know for certain that doesn't always work out like that one question had. Alrighty, so thanks so much for watching. Please like, that is that thumbs up button in case you didn't know what that was. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And Robert Crumb says nar. That's correct. She's going to be a great mama. That's right. Just like she's good at everything. Everybody with the nar. I'm starting a thing. Yay, fun, 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 fun. I mean, I didn't make it up, but I just thought to make a big deal of it. Yeah. And so that's it. I said, please like, subscribe, and comment. Yes, I did say all that. Alrighty. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Much, much appreciated. Again, humbled that you choose to watch any of my stuff, to spend even 1 second with me, because there's so much on YouTube alone. There's so much other stuff that you could be watching, and so I very much appreciate it. Alrighty, and as always, make smart financial decisions every day.